Hey guys, it's really good to meet you both. I've had a chance to get to know you, Brian, but Brianna, we haven't had a chance to get to know you. So hopefully through today, we're going to get that chance to understand a little bit more about what makes you tick and why you guys took this crazy journey that we went on too. So we're going to talk about fasting
journey.
And we did a 44-day fast. And you guys did a 30-day, right?
30-day, yep.
So out of curiosity, why don't you first of all tell us a little bit more about your lifestyle and your background, like who you are as people, and then that will give us our audience a lot more character around it. I mean, our lives are pretty much out there. People know who we are and what we did. So why don't we just tell us a little bit about yourselves, where you came from, how you got to this spot, what kind of businesses are and the working that you've been doing, and then we'll start with that.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to summarize a little bit.
Sure, you can go first. I'll add in.
Well, so I'll kind of summarize for both of us because we were living very kind of identical lives for a while. We had met as lifeguards. We both worked at the beach as lifeguards. We had started dating. And at that time, I also, or shortly after, I had opened a CrossFit gym. So we were very much into the fitness side, into the performance side. We both competed in actually life. A lot of people don't know this, but as lifeguards, there are competitions and stuff as well.
Yes, actually, we do know that.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. So we got to compete. We got to travel all over the world doing that, actually. We represented Team USA together a few times.
The same event as well.
Same event, yeah. And competed in CrossFit together on team events. So we're living very, very similar lives, which had some pros, of course, as a couple, but also some cons. There was very little separation or differences in our lives. But that, I think, can paint the picture of the lifestyle in a lot of ways, of very much fitness-oriented, performance-oriented, more, go, push. Mm-hmm. And throughout most of our 20s, I would say. And towards the end of our 20s, I owned the gym for about 7 years. And even though I owned this gym, I was, her and I together were like, the faces of it. We were the head coaches, and we were known for kind of sort of having it all figured out in the fitness realm. But believe it or not, I was falling apart, it seemed like, physically, mentally, emotionally. A lot of it had to do with being the business owner and stuff as well. And it started putting some strain on us for sure, for a bunch of different reasons. And ultimately, I sold the gym. And this was in my late 20s, after about 7 years. And shortly after I sold the gym, we were kind of like realizing we were moving away from that lifestyle a little bit and realizing it wasn't fully serving us. And we weren't sure really how much of it we wanted to leave behind and whatnot. And we were kind of exploring all different things. Mm-hmm. And that's when fasting for the first time had crossed. We were starting to explore, at least me personally, I'll let you add it, of course, too. Mm-hmm. We're starting to explore a lot more of just like holistic type of approaches, right? So
right. We started to discover that what we learned, because we both actually went to school. He went to school for phys ed. I went for health and phys ed. So what we learned traditionally in the education system, or even in the fitness world, was not like true health. You're only learning about the physical health. And even that, if you're not properly training, can break you down. So we started, it was like a light bulb, like, wait a second, we revolved our lives around health and fitness, yet we don't feel like we are fully healthy.
Mm-hmm. And that's actually a pretty common case for gym owners. Yeah. Mm-hmm. As you probably know, because you talk to other ones, is that they're running this gym and they're doing all the things to be healthy and they break down.
Yes.
A lot of it's because where do people get out all their bad energy?
Yeah.
And you guys were like swimming in the energy pit of anger, sadness, frustration, and fear.
Yeah. I could relate to that because I'd leave there feeling so heavy sometimes, just like, I didn't know much about energy at the time, but between everyone getting there to unload their energy, and also in a community-based gym like CrossFit, you're also, it's very interactive and we get to know everybody, but there are also a lot of, just side conversations and unloading sort of all the time. And you're just absorbing. And really that whole community feel of having this many people and trying to keep everybody happy all the time ended up being quite stressful on us. And we had a great, it was a very successful run overall, but ultimately it was like, we have to move into some different areas here. And
The other thing is too, we brought people in to help them with their health, and we would notice that some people would come in and work out and then leave, but then there wasn't much of a change in their lives or in their health, and so we started to kind of try to help them with nutrition, and but we realized that the fitness is only one portion of it. There's got to be more to it, and even though we would try to help them, there wasn't much change. So that's when we were like, let's kind of go deeper. What's going on? How can we really make a change in them as far as physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? Because that's like optimal health.